Assalamu alaikum everyone. My name is Mariam Data Science Wali and I am a student at Rehan School from Khanal campus in level 1 and today we are again doing a new series with a special guest and today's special guest name is Jirenia Rivaria and firstly thank you so much for giving up precious time and joining us and hi, how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you. Very happy to be here with you today.
Okay, so firstly, can you introduce ourselves for my viewers and for me?
Sure. So I am Dr. Virginia Rivera. I live in the United States of America, and I also live in a small island in the Caribbean called Puerto Rico. I am an entrepreneur. I am a business consultant. I also am a mentor for entrepreneurs. I co-founded an organization called Mujer Emprende Latina, and this NGO helps women open their own businesses, and it also helps them fund it. Additional to that, in 2023, I joined Piyush Group of Companies and Trust. That's an Indian business conglomerate, and I've been with them for a year and a half. And under Piyush Group, we have International Internship University, we have James International School, we have Makila Udyami, we have e-Village in Kunda, India. And I also am a media proprietor. So I have a magazine called Solopreneur that gives visibility to women that are in business. So I am a women's empowerment advocate, and also an education champion.
Okay, thank you so much for introducing ourselves. So I can ask the questions in your life journey and in your work experience. So my first question is how did your upbringing and early experience shape her passion for leadership and empowerment?
So I think everybody is a leader. We all have different leadership styles, but definitely I think that everybody has an opportunity to lead. The majority of times, the moment we start leading and become that leader that people admire is when we become resilient. When something happens that we have to step up and against our fear and against obstacles, we rise. And I have to say that early on in my life, I had to step up. I and very early on, I went to the university when I was 17 years old. So I left my home and I went to study to the United States when I was 17, and I had to become an adult very fast. And that gave me a lot of opportunities to step up, to go against fear, to go against obstacles, and become a leader. I think ever since I have been always relying on my talent and my abilities to really help other people discover what their talents and their abilities are. So I would say that very early in my career and in my age, I became a leader. We need to understand that the harder our life, the more leadership qualities we will have. So if you are having a hard time in your life right now, use that to become the best leader that you can be.
Okay, thank you so much for answering. So my next question is, what lesson did you learn from working in corporate giants like Kraft, Airmark, and Capital Grill?
Okay. So these are American companies. These are very big companies. And these companies are corporate. So many times, even though I'm an entrepreneur and I started my own businesses, the truth is that for you to become a good entrepreneur, you have to be a good employee. So, and these companies that you mentioned, Kraft, which is a major worldwide brand, Airmark is a diversified services global brand, and Capital Grill is a restaurant brand. In all of them, customer service was very important. So I would have to say that when you work for corporations, you have to realize that you are an employee, that you represent your company's value system, and that customer service will always be the most important thing.
Okay, that's wonderful. So my next question is, what key business skills does you believe every inspiring interviewer must develop?
Okay, so let me read it again. Wait. What key business skills does you believe every aspiring entrepreneur? Oh, very good. So I think these are soft skills, right? And these are skills that you don't get in college. These are skills that you hone and you adapt. Number one, adaptability. As an entrepreneur, you have to be flexible. You have to become adaptable. You have to realize that things may not always be exactly as you plan. So you have to adapt. Another one of these is compassion. You will always have to be a compassionate person when you're an entrepreneur because you need to understand what your client is doing. Number three, you need to realize that things will go wrong, even if you plan. Even if you plan, things will go wrong, and you just have to get back up and move. And I would say that the most important quality that an entrepreneur needs is resilience. You will fail, you will fall, many things will happen, but you need to be resilient and know that when you're down it's just a lesson and you have to get back up again. The sooner you get back up, the sooner you will accomplish your goals. So you can't allow ever failure to stop you. Failure should be your fuel. Failure should push you to continue always.
Okay, that's nice. So my next question is, what are the biggest challenges faced by women interviewers today, and how does mutual empowering Latina help over them?
So this is a very good question because female entrepreneurs face discrimination and gender bias all the time. I would love to say that we are the same as men, but unfortunately we're not treated the same as men. Women entrepreneurs still don't get funding for their businesses. Women entrepreneurs are still asked, what are you going to do with your children? We're not at the same level and we're not given the same opportunities as men. So women entrepreneurs have to grab it. They have to do it. They have to go against everything that they've been told. Female entrepreneurs have to believe that they can do it because normally they will tell them that men are better at this, and that is not true. Women are better entrepreneurs than men, always. So we need to realize that the world wants you to think that men are business better, but that's not true. Women are more structured, they're more organized. Women are more savvy when it comes to finances. Women pay better. So the truth is that women entrepreneurs still suffer because they are discriminated against, because they don't have access to funding, and because people still don't think that they should be doing it. They think that we belong in the house taking care of the kids. My organization, Mujer Emprende Latina or Mi Latina, provides not only education, a business education, but also provides coaching, mentoring, and support. because women now more than ever need to be supported. We need to understand that in a house, two people have to work, man and women, both. Women need to also have the opportunity to go out there and use her talents and her abilities. And women are better entrepreneurs than men, always.
Okay, that's great answer. So my next question is, how did your time at Starbucks influence your leadership with Fluffy?
Okay, I'm going to read that one again to see if I answered you, if I understood you correctly. It says, how did your time at Starbucks? Okay, your my leadership philosophy. So Starbucks is a global company that believes in the human connection. So Starbucks as a company, they don't think that their business is selling coffee. They think that their business is human connection, is really having a person come in and leave better than when they came. So that really taught me that human connection is the most important thing, making sure that the person, the client, the customer feels that they're being heard, that they're being seen, and that they are being understood. And this is what Starbucks believes. Starbucks believe that their mission is to nurture the human spirit. That is Starbucks' mission in the world. And I think that I also learned that my mission should be to be a better human and nurture the human spirit. I learned a lot from such a great company. It's a company that believes in their employees. It believes in making the best employee possible. And also, they also believe in their employees being well and getting paid well. So that helped me realize how important it is to treat your employees and the people you work with well.
Okay, and my next question is, if your journey was made into a movie, what would you title be?
If my journey was made into a movie, it would be called Solopreneurs. Solopreneur is a an entrepreneur that starts by herself, that realizes that she is the one who's going to have to get up every day. She's the one who's going to have to work every day. She's the one who's going to have to make herself happy every day. So, if there was a title, it would be one word, and that would be solopreneur.
Okay, that's nice. So my next question is, what has been the most unexpected lesson you learned in your career?
Okay. The most important lesson that I have learned in all my years has been to be adaptable. It's to we change is always going to happen, always. Change is always going to happen. You're going to plan many things, but you will have to face that things change. And we need to change with it. We need to embrace change. We need to welcome change, and we need to grow with change. So if there's something that I've learned in all these years, is that things will happen for a reason, and you just have to embrace that and move on so you can grow. But things will always change.
Okay, that's fantastic. So my next question is, what's your biggest interest and passions growing up?
Okay, so when I'm a dancer. Oh, I was a dancer as a young person. I have a fine arts bachelor's degree. So as I was growing up, the arts were very important to me. Writing and dancing and acting, but writing was very important to me. So I was definitely an artist when I started, and I pursued that. And then as I grew older, I used all that artistic ability in all of my career. I have been able to write well. So if you know how to write, you can get any job. If you know how to express yourself, you will be great at any position. And if you truly know how to have good posture and you have confidence in yourself, you will always succeed. So early on, I loved the arts, and that is really what motivated me to study in the United States, and really to explore more. So I've always been very adventurous. I've never been one to shy. I believe that women and men are the same. And early in my years, I always believed that I could do anything, anything. So I did everything. I did everything. So I want to tell you, just because you're a girl, don't stop. Just because you're a girl, don't let people tell you that you can't do anything. You can do sports, you can do dance, you can do art, you can do finance, you can do lawyer, you can do anything you want. And I truly believe that those are the things that I believed in when I was young, and I still believe that.
Okay, that's nice and sound looks great. So my next question is the landscape of humans in internship change in Puerto Rico and the Caribbean since this article.
Okay, let me see.
Okay, let me see.
I said, how has the
It
landscape of
says,
women's
how
development
has the
in Puerto
landscape of
Rico?
Puerto Rico?
Okay, so
Okay, so
that's a very good question.
that's a very good question.
When I started
When I
Mujer
started
Emprendedora
with
in
Leader,
2016,
2016,
there were no
there were no
organizations for
organizations
women.
that helped women.
They didn't
They,
exist.
they didn't exist.
Once we started our
Once we
organization,
started our
other
organization, other
organizations started to
organizations
open,
started open,
and now the
and now the
ecosystem for
ecosystem for
entrepreneurs
entrepreneurs
is very
is
big,
very
and
big,
there are a lot of
and there
women,
are a
a
lot of
lot of
women,
women
a lot of
participating.
women.
Okay, that's great. So my next question is, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
I see
I
myself
see myself
in India.
in India.
Uh, right now,
Uh,
I have
right now,
businesses in India.
I have services in India.
I have a school.
I
I
have
have a
a
women's
school. I
center.
have a women's
I
center.
I have
I
hospitality
have
suites. I
hospitality
continue to grow.
experience.
I believe in
I
continuing to
continue
grow
to
here in
grow.
India.
I believe in continuing to grow in India.
India is a super
India
nation,
is a super nation,
and I think the
and I
world
think the
order will
world
change,
order will change,
and India will be
and
placed in the
India will
top
be
three
placed in the
countries in the
top
world.
three countries in the world.
So
Okay,
I will be working
So
there.
I will be working here.
okay, that's good. So my last question is, if you could give one powerful message for my and viewers, what would it be?
Don't be afraid.
Don't be
You
afraid.
know, be
You know,
brave. Be
be
brave.
brave. Be brave.
It takes
It
it takes
takes
courage and bravery
courage and bravery
to do anything you
to do
want.
anything you want.
And many
And
times
many times
we
we
afraid, not because we
afraid,
are
not
afraid,
because we are
because our
afraid,
family
because
puts
our
things in our
family puts
heads
things in our
and
heads
they tell us
and they
things to
tell
make
us
us
things
afraid.
to make us afraid.
I want you to
I
trust
want you to
yourself
trust yourself
and be brave
and be
and be
brave
brave.
and be brave.
Anything that you
Anything
want to
that you
do
want to do
can be done.
can be done.
You just need to
You
be
just
brave.
need to be brave.
Okay. Your advice is very useful. So I hope we can like this interview and I can learn something new in this
Thank you.
interview. And I like to talk with you and I am very happy to doing interview with you. And thanks again giving a precious time and joining us in interview. So viewers, that time is
Thank you. It
8:20.
was
Thank
very
you. It
fun.
was
I
very
enjoyed it.
fun. I enjoyed
Thank
it.
you for inviting me.
Thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. And so viewers, time is 8:24 p.m. in
Thank
Pakistan
you.
Standard.
Thank you. Thank
It
you.
is a Sunday, date is 16 March 2025, and we can meet any other interview with any other guest. And this is a special guest for me, and her guest is very kind and sweet. I am very happy to doing this interview with my interest. And bye, take care. Uh, Pakistan Zindabad, Rehan School Zindabad. Okay, bye, Winchiria, and take care. Nice to meet you.